Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting down to do my paperclip for the month of October for my 12 mini Gorjuss paper clips of 2018. I'm starting off with a canvas that is thick mixed media paper because I'm about to apply a whole lot of paint to this background. I am repeating the technique that I used for my art journal layout for the month of October. This is the paint resist technique, and this time what I've decided to do was go for colors. So you'll see that my Gorjuss girl is already colored in using a black and yellow and blue theme. I thought I would match those colors for the background, so I started off stenciling the skull and bone stencil onto the paper in the color blue, and I'm using Diane Rivali's paints, and I'm applying it with a sea sponge. And I'm just dabbing it on and then making sure that it is dry. I'm now going back in with a white acrylic paint, and I'm using a second stencil, which is the Halloween script. And I'm actually adding that on top of the skull and bones stencil pattern. And when I come to add the ink, you're gonna see the white paint resist the Halloween words from that stencil. I'm going in with fossilized amber and my circular dauber and applying one color of paint. Now I did end up stenciling that entire piece of paper, even though I was going to fold it and it was going to be upside down on the other side of the paper clip. I just went ahead and did it anyway. I'm now threading it through the jumbo paper clip, and then I'm applying a walnut stain around the edges, and it just resists that white stenciled Halloween words so much nicer. I'm then going back in with black soot and once again just inking up the edges, and it looks really nice, blending the brown in with the black. So my canvas is done, and what I thought I would do is, I kind of thought that this girl was all dressed up as a pirate for her Halloween costume, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make it look like my paperclip is like the flag of a ship. So I wanted it to have all these textures and all these flags hanging out the side. So I went ahead and cut up some hessian, and I also reached for some of this thread by Tim Holtz, which I received last year in one of the AmiraInOz kits, and I'm adding kind of all kinds of threads and all kinds of material to the side using my mini stapler. I'm also reaching for ribbon in different colors, and I'm just gonna apply these textures all around the periphery of my paperclip. I'm going to finish up the bottom of that paper clip with some more hessian. I always feel like hessian represents the sea. I don't know why. I think it's an amazing texture, and I've loved applying it in all my art whenever there's a sea theme involved. So that little girl is looking really good there. I wish I had a pirate ship to add to the back, but I didn't. So what I decided to do was add the haunted house, which I decided not to use in the art journal layout, and I cut it down just a little bit so that it fits nicely. And so I sort of added it behind her to make it look like she was dressed for Halloween and that she was going trick-or-treating, but still have that feel of the pirate ship flag from all those materials and textures that I've added to the side of the paperclip. So I'm just going to pop her up on 3D foam tape and then add some PVA glue. so that she's protruding and more 3D on the paperclip. And remember, with the paperclips, unlike art journals, you can add 3D stuff and have things propped up and hanging off the side and whatnot. You get to use all those extra embellishments that make your art journal too bulky. So I thought, you know what does a pirate do? She goes around and she collects things and put things in her pocket. So I went in for some brads and I found this like little penny charm, and just going through all my metal objects. What I'm doing is I'm punching a hole first, and then I'm adding a couple of these brads. So I've got a heart and I've got a star, and I'm gonna apply this penny charm somewhere at the bottom there, and also apply a button to this pretty vintage charm that I've had sitting in my charm box and I've never known what to do with it. So I think it's perfect here. So she's just a bit of a hoarder like us all, and she collects things and puts them in her pocket. Just going through all the buttons that I have here, and I find the perfect button which picks up the color from the background and her hair. Oh, and I end up not using that penny. Oh, that's interesting. I thought I had. Alrighty, so now it's time for the sentiment, and I chose the sentiment that says be brave. And, you know, being brave in all your decisions is really important. In this case, she was being brave in that she was going to go up to that really scary house to ask for Halloween treats. But it can be taken in any way that you want. So there you go. So this is my October paperclip. I love how it turned out. I love how it feels. I then decided to add one more thing, which is the little bit of shimmer from my Wink of Stella pen. And it makes all the difference, because you'll see in a minute when I show you and catch it with the light. It just looks so amazing. It sparkles in the background. And against that Hessian and that dull color of the brads, it just looks really great. I just love all the different feels on this paperclip. I just wanted to show you how my collection is looking. It is nice and fat. I'm gonna have to think of a way of displaying all 12 of these paper clips so that once I walk into my room I can see them all. I love them all. They're just so different, and it doesn't do them justice just putting them there on that paper clip, but it's a good way for me to find them at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video.